Guys, I'm here today to do a video on 10 ways to save on groceries. Before we continue this video, just go up here and vote in the corner and vote on the next video. I hope you guys enjoy this voting thing where I let you guys choose the next video. Give the video a thumbs up if you do, and I'll keep doing that. So my first tip is to buy produce while it's in season. This can be really hard if you live in an area like where I do, where the winter is super cold and there's not really a lot of produce in season. So what I've been doing is buying frozen fruits and vegetables and canned fruits and vegetables. Obviously, if you're going to choose between frozen and canned, I would go to the frozen. That would be the best choice, but if you need to buy canned fruit, that's fine. And also a lot of the stores around here would do sales on the produce, so just wait for sales to come around and buy the produce when it's on sale if you want to buy it fresh, or just buy it frozen until summer comes around and more things are in season. My second tip is to check the local ads. And if you don't have time to scan the entire ad, just stick to the front page because that's where stores are going to put their highest sales and their best deals, and usually produce is right on the front page too. My third tip is to use coupons, or if you're not really a coupon cutter, there's plenty of apps that you can use that will save you money. I personally like Ibotta. I use that every time I go grocery shopping. And there's also Checkout 51. I've heard really good things about that. I'm actually going to download that to my phone today and check that out. So yeah, just check those out on your phone, and basically all you do is scan the product when you buy it, scan your receipt, and you get a rebate. And that kind of leads me on to another point. Don't buy things just because they're a really good deal, because I've done that in the past where I would buy something because I had a coupon for it and it was a really good deal, but then I just wouldn't even end up using it, so it just went in the trash and I lost my money anyways. So you're not going to be really saving money if you do that. You're just going to end up losing money unless it's free. If you end up picking up something that ends up being free after your coupon, then if you know you're not going to use it, give it away or donate it to a food pantry or something like that. My fourth tip is to make a list and stick to it. That is my hardest thing. I always make a list, but sticking to it doesn't always work. I will buy everything on my list, but then I'll buy a few more things that aren't on my list. But if you go into the store with the mindset that you're only getting what's on your list, that will save you a ton of money. My fifth tip is to use what you have. So this past week when I was doing my meal planning, I did it with what we have in our pantry and our freezer and our fridge. So most people have enough food already in their pantry and in their refrigerator to last at least a week, maybe even more. I could probably get away with not going grocery shopping for a whole month with all the stuff that we have in our pantry and our fridge. I would only have to go to the store to buy milk, fresh produce, and that's about it. So what I do is I try to take at least 1 week out of every month where I will not buy any new food. I will not come up with any new meals. I will just look through our pantry, look through our freezer and our fridge, and try to make meals with what we have. Obviously, there's things that you're gonna need, like maybe some household items like toilet paper or shampoo or something like that, or milk, but you're only going to be buying the necessities. So I did that this past week and saved a ton of money. I think I only spent like 20 bucks at the store. So yeah, try doing that at least once a month. My next tip is to have a meatless night. Maybe pick one night a week where you don't include any meat in your meals. Meat is probably the most expensive part of our meal, so having one night a week where you don't include any meat in your meals is a good way to save money. You could do a breakfast for dinner kind of night where you just cook pancakes and eggs and toast, and there's meatless lasagna. You could do meatless spaghetti, any kind of pasta, just don't include the meat. I've done hamburger helper without the hamburger, just the noodles, and that's really good. So there's plenty of things that you could do without meat. That brings me to my next tip, and that is to buy your meat only when it's on sale. Or you can buy it in bulk. We have a BJ's membership, so I like to get my chicken breasts at BJ's. That turns out to be the best deal for us. If I do see a good deal in the store, then I'll go ahead and buy it in the store and just freeze it. And another thing that I will do is I will split the meat in half when I get home. So if I buy a 5-pound package of ground beef, I will separate it into half pounds. So that way, if there's a meal that requires 1 pound of ground beef, I will just put in half a pound of ground beef. And usually you can't even tell, and I like less meat in my meals anyways. I'm just not a really big, especially ground beef, I'm not really a big ground beef person, so I will use half of that. So that way my 5 pounds of chicken, instead of only getting 5 meals out of it, I will get 10 meals out of it. I also do that with my chicken breasts. I will slice, if you lay them down flat, I'll slice them kind of across, so that way I end up getting 2 chicken breasts out of it. My next tip is something that maybe not everybody is going to be able to do, but plant your own garden. If you have the space in your yard to just have a little garden, you don't need it to be really big, but just around, I've seen people do those tire gardens where they just get a big tire and that's their little garden space. I've seen people do sandboxes, the size of a sandbox garden. You just need something really small, but you could plant cucumbers, carrots, blueberries, tomatoes. You can plant anything that you want. So that is also a really good way to save on produce. Also, if you don't have your own yard, or if you don't have the space in your yard, you can plant your own herbs. All you have to do is stick them in your windowsill. My next tip is another one that I have a problem with sometimes, which is to shop alone. I have a 4-year-old, and sometimes I have no choice. I have to take him with me, and during those trips, I definitely spend way more than I would have if I had shopped by myself. So if you can, definitely shop by yourself. Also, going along with that, I would eat before you shop. Definitely don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry. I've done that plenty of times and I always spend way more. And I always buy junk too because I want something that's convenient and I can just eat right there, or I'll buy a bag of chips that I can eat in the car on the way home. Don't do it. Eat before you go grocery shopping. And my last tip is to buy store brand instead of the name brand. This is a huge way to save money, and 99% of the time, the ingredients are exactly the same. So next time you go to the store, just like spaghetti sauce, for example, take the store brand spaghetti sauce and take the same kind in the name brand and look at the ingredients and compare them. And I bet you that they will be the exact same. So this might not happen all the time, but 99% of the time, the ingredients are the same. And this doesn't have to be just with food, it can be with medicine. Buy the store brand medicine, that's always the same. The ingredients are always the same. With my son's Tylenol, we buy the Walmart brand of Tylenol for kids because it's the exact same thing as the Tylenol brand. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed these tips. If you guys know any more ways to save on groceries, then please write them in the comments down below and let me know because I am always looking for new ways to save money. Okay, so thank you for watching and don't forget to vote for the next video and I will see you soon. Bye!